guys? Welcome back to your favorite podcast, the Hard Edge Podcast. Hope y'all enjoyed the past few episodes. This will be my last episode of the week before I go on my cruise, and hope y'all enjoy. Today we're going to be talking about a little bit of hoops and just make our preview of the West Virginia-Stanford game when West Virginia will be playing against Stanford in the Crown Tournament, which has a prize pool of $500K for the entire team, which is very exciting. But we'll get into that more in a minute, and we'll talk a little bit of football. So let's get straight into it. Starting off, West Virginia versus Stanford. Who y'all got in the comments? Who y'all think's going to win that one? Stanford's a good team, but I think West Virginia's going to be motivated, and we'll see what happens. But about the prize pool, $500,000. What do y'all think about that? They're already getting paid a lot. Like Tracy Neaglestaff, Honor Huff, getting paid a lot more. So even in the press conference, Ross Hodge said the players weren't really fazed by the money because that's irregular for them nowadays, which is kind of sad considering how much that is putting into our minds. Like, people work 9 to 5 just to make that type of money year round, but these people could win it easily within a week, which is sad, but also exciting for the players, which can give them an opportunity to make some money. Sorry, but don't know why that always happens every episode, but I'll try to fix it somehow. But back to basketball. I think this is a good player to motivate them for the money. I think the money could be an easy motivation for them because younger teen, I don't know if they're still teen, but young adults, I think they're drawn to money, and I think this would be a good motivation for this team. It would make them play harder and just make them just a better team in general. I don't know about a better team, but make them just give them a little bit of that excitement that you see in March Madness, where they just really want to win and have that motivation to win. I think this money could get them going. But let's straight into it. Let's put our predictions. We're going to start our predictions out for the tournament. Here we go. So here is the bracket. The 2026 bracket. We got Oklahoma versus Colorado on Wednesday. All these are on Wednesday? No. The left side's on Wednesday. This right side's on Thursday. So they got Oklahoma, Colorado, Baylor and Minnesota, Stanford and West Virginia, and Rutgers and Creighton. I don't know about this. These are all okay teams, but there's no really one standing out here. I think we got the two best teams right here in the top right corner. One of these two teams will win the tournament unless something crazy happens. One of these teams right here will be in this spot right here. So let's just preview the West Virginia game here. So it's on Wednesday, 8 p.m. West Virginia's favored in this game. So let's see. Spreads over under one. So it's favored to be like a closer game. So this guy right here, let's see. Let's look at him real quick. Ibuka Okori, I think. He's one of the better players in the country. 46% from the field.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have.
Bad. But, Ibuka Okori. I can just read off here. I'm sorry for that little thing there. So, Ibuka Okori, 83% from free throw, 46% from the field. I think he's one of the better players. I think he'll match up well with this defense, but I'm not sure. Let's see. What was their record? Let's look at their team here. So, looks like they started the season off winning against Portland. They barely beat Portland. 10-point win. Then beat Montana, then Montana State. See if they have any good. They lost to Seattle University, and then let's see if there's any. Lost to UNLV. That's a low-scoring game, 47-40 against Notre Dame. That's a bad loss. They beat Colorado. 11. Beat North Carolina and Louisville. And then they had a big loss streak. Lost to Wake Forest, Cal, won against Notre Dame, and then lost against Pitt in the final game. The one against NC State, which was a tournament team. They averaged 76 points per game, which is about. I'm gonna think this game's gonna be in the 50s, because they already average a low amount for an ACC team, and we usually we let teams score like 60 points, 65, and I think we'll hold them to at least 50, not higher than that. They allow 72, so I'll say I'm having them winning this game. I think West Virginia will score like 60, 65, something like that. 60s, low 60s. But let's see. They look like a good team. Just, I don't know about their final stretch of the season wasn't very good. They went lost 3 games in the final stretch against not very good teams. Lost to Pitt, which we beat by 30-20. So, let's go back to the preview. So, they're a similar team. Field goal percentage, same. Points. The steals. Blocks is a big difference. But I think our resume is a lot better than theirs. So I have them winning this first game here. So they're going 1-0 in the tournament, Stanford, and then so we got West Virginia winning this one here. So they're going to the semifinals, and they'll play the winner of Rutgers and Creighton. So let's go on to that one. Rutgers and Creighton. Let's try to. How do I get to Rutgers and Creighton? Let's move this over here. Okay. Sorry. I should put this right. Here it is. Okay, here we go. So here's Creighton Rutgers. Nope. Yeah, Creighton Rutgers. So let's see here who's gonna win this one. Both of them, the top players average a low score. So 13. Jay Dix and T. Francis. Both. This guy looks like he's good at the free throw line, 90. This guy's 86. Okay, and then let's just see what else we got here. Points, both average around 70, and points against both 75, 40. They're about like the same exact team almost. So I'm gonna put this one as a toss up, but both of them under 16 wins. I don't know. This is a tough one. Rutgers being in the Big Ten. What was their conference record? 6-4, and what was theirs? 9-11. Who did Rutgers beat? Let's see. They lost to Connecticut. Okay. Beat UNLV. Lost to Ohio State. Beat Oregon. Lost to Seton Hall. Not many good ones here. Almost kept it close against Michigan State. Still Michigan State. Okay. So they didn't have a very good season, I'm saying. No very good wins. Let's look at Creighton. Maybe they had a little bit more success here. South Dakota lost against Gonzaga. Also won against Oregon. won against UConn. Okay. He won by over 13. 13. Okay, give me Creighton. I'm taking Creighton in this matchup. So, if I'm taking Creighton here, I'm gonna, okay, so Rutgers and Creighton. So this is the bracket. So we got Creighton on this side, and then West Virginia here. So now West Virginia, Creighton. That's a real challenge for me here. West Virginia, Creighton. Can West Virginia crank up and get 2 wins in a row? Creighton, smaller lineup. Lost to some bad teams. Didn't have many good wins other than UConn. But putting UConn's in the Final Four right now, at the time we're recording this is a toss-up. I'm gonna give the upper edge to... Give me the Mountaineers! Be a homer. Homeboy. I'm gonna take the Mountaineers in this matchup. I think we're gonna come into this tournament, be motivated, and we're gonna kick some butt. Kick some butt, make a run. If we can make a run and just power through these, keep our defense good like it has been most of the season, and if we can just let our offense score some points and hit the free throws they need to be hitting, if we can do that, we'll win the championship. So let's see what we got here left. So I have West Virginia going to the championship. Let's go to this side. Oklahoma versus Colorado. Where's that? Okay, here. So we beat Colorado. Let's put that into perspective. So if Colorado makes it the championship, I'm going to have West Virginia win the championship. So let's see here. Colorado's favored to lose. They both average around the same, 80 plus. Points against also around the same. Field goal the exact same. Rebounds the exact same. Assists the exact same. Blocks about the exact same. So this is like a toss-up game for them. So I don't know why Oklahoma's favored by so much. They have the exact same stats. Let's see here. Okay. Let's look at Oklahoma's first, since I'll know a little bit more about Colorado than Oklahoma. Uh-oh. Sorry about that. I think we're just going to keep going. So, let's look at this. Oklahoma's schedule. Beat St. Francis and lost to Gonzaga. It's not a bad loss. That's a good loss. Beat Wake Forest. Lost to Arizona State. Won against Oklahoma State. So that they won against Oklahoma State, and Colorado lost to Oklahoma State. Let's just keep looking here, though. Let's see how many. Okay, so these are tournament teams. Okay, so they lost to Texas, a tournament team. Lost to Kentucky, a tournament team. Lost to Tennessee, a tournament team. Lost to Texas A&M, a tournament team. I think they made the tournament. Lost to won against Texas, a tournament team. But was Missouri in the tournament? They won against them if they were in the tournament. And then won against Texas. I already said that. And kept it close against Arkansas. It's a very good team. So, I think Oklahoma had a pretty good season in general. The schedule doesn't show it, the record doesn't show it, but if you look at their games and stats, it looks like they did pretty good. But let's look here against Colorado. Started the season off. They had a hot start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8-0. That's pretty good. And then let's look here. Lost to Colorado State. Not a good loss there. Lost to Stanford, another team in this tournament. Lost to Northern Colorado. Okay, I see what's happening here. Then went on a big run, losing like 6 games, it looks like, there in a row. Got absolutely dominated by Baylor, another not very good team. And then ended the season on a 2-game loss streak, but kept it close against Arizona. I'm going to take Oklahoma in this matchup. Give me the Oklahoma Sooners. My singing's so pretty. But I'm going to take Oklahoma. So, Baylor, Minnesota. Here we go. Baylor, Minnesota. To advance to the finals. So, let's see. Both of them have a pretty good score, it looks like. Both average 51 from the field. 50 from the field. 80% free throw shoot. That's not very good. 80? Not the best. Both about average rebounds. And then Minnesota wins the rebounding battle. Baylor wins the points. And then points against 77. So that means Baylor plays not very good against not the best they don't have the best defense. And then just looks like about the same. Last 5 games, that's very important. They lost to Rutgers. Team I had losing in the first round, I think. Maybe? Wait, let me look here. Yeah, I had them losing. Did I have them losing? Doesn't matter. But, that's not a good loss, Rutgers. Lost to Indiana 77-47. And you know how I feel about Indiana, so that's not a very good loss. I'm going to let's look at Baylor's schedule here. Let's see. They won against us, but like that was when we were a little bit not as good. Not as good as we should have. Then went on. They've had a lot of losing streaks, so this is a very streaky team. It looks like. Let's look how they're. Okay, so there's a win, a loss, a win, a loss, a win, a loss. So I'm gonna say they ended the season on a loss. So they started the season with a win, win, loss, win, loss. I don't know. Win, loss, loss. They're gonna win. Looks like they're gonna win because they won up here and haven't won for a little bit. So, loss, win, win. Loss, win, loss, win. Okay, so, win. I'm going to take the upset. Give me Baylor. And then Baylor, Oklahoma. I'm going to take Baylor since they're a streaky team. And I think they're a pretty good team. The record doesn't show it. I think they have some pretty physical and darn good basketball players. And then it's going to be West Virginia and Baylor. Let's see. West Virginia and Baylor. Let's look at the last time this happened. West Virginia and Baylor. This is a horrible game. I was mad watching this game. So, about even. I think the problem was Honor Huff wasn't hitting shots, if I can remember.
That is why I don't ride elevators anymore. Okay, what's with you today?
Well, I got away with something I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there?
Yeah?
I only paid...
Jasmine's gonna finish you off. Jasmine!
Enjoying your car.
Yeah, you too.
Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Alright, so I'm back. Okay, sorry about that. Trying to fix a little ad thingy. So, let's look at the box score here. Looks like we allowed few high-scoring players.
We need more noise! Call friend! Call everyone, let's go!
Few high-scoring players, and looks like we just didn't hit shots. That was the problem. Honor Huff, 5 points. 113 shooting, 1 9. That was the problem here. That's what's going to win or lose this game. If Honor Huff comes out here breaking shots, shooting up crazy shots, and not making them, I think we will lose this game. But the key factor is if we could all put together a score and win, and just like all work together, like kind of like Baylor did in this game. All had some key scores and some points from the bench. I think DJ Thomas will have to show out in this game. Honor Huff will definitely need to, and Brendan Lawrence. Those would be the 3 key players in this game. If they can just like make shots, those 3 players will win the game. So, give me West Virginia winning the crown. If that stuff happens. West Virginia. College football, college basketball crown champions. Let's see what else is here. Get your tickets. So, looks like West Virginia gonna win that. What do y'all think? I'll start here though. Drop your opinions in the comments. So, out of basketball, let's head to a little bit of baseball and a little bit of football. So, I'm really proud of this baseball team. I think they're a great team this year. Last year, they were a phenomenal, one of the best, I think the best hitting team in the country. But they just couldn't be consistent in their hitting at the end of the year. And also their pitching was not very good, to say the least. But this year, they have a pretty good offense and a pretty good defense. So they don't have anything outstanding, but I think they could just they're a little bit more streaky than last year. They could just win games when they need to, and I just think they if they need to go on a run, they can go on a run. If they don't, they don't. But I just think they can be more consistent than last year. They beat Arizona in a rubber game, and now they're ranked 13th in the nation, and going to play Arizona. Knocking off Arizona State. That's a good team, too. So, I'm proud of them. If they just, can do good in this last stretch of the season, they'll make the, what's it called? I don't even know what it's called anymore. Not World Series. Something. You know what I mean. But if they could just keep doing what they're doing right now, they'll be into that little tournament thingy. I'm just proud of them. Can't wait for the Pitt game. Don't know if they canceled it. I think I saw something they canceled the Penn State Pitt game, but because of the weather. But hopefully they reschedule, or maybe I'm just making up stuff, saying stuff. But on the other side of things, let's look at football. Got a little commit here. Offers here of Maddox Twig, a 6'2" quarterback, 205 pounds at a Morgantown High. He's a WVU Player of the Year, West Virginia Player of the Year finalist, first team All-State, and is a 2028 number 1 overall prospect. He has offers from WVU, Jack State, Marshall, Kent State, and I just think that he's a really good player, considering he's from West Virginia. And he's not rated the highest, so I think he's pretty good considering he's not rated the highest. So let's look, and he's considering West Virginia in his top 5. Definitely. I think we're leading him right now by a boatload. So let's look a little bit of his highlights. So you got him here. This is a pretty cool highlight tape here, I would say myself. So you got him here in the shotgun formation. You got him in a beautiful pass, reads the defense in double coverage, and just floats it over the middle. So you got an arm here. That was maybe a 30-yard pass, and then just dimes it to the open receiver. You want a quarterback that can just be consistent and hit the open receiver. See him here? And then hitting the in stride in front of him. Not perfect. It was perfectly placed, and just right into the bucket. And you can see him, he could run too. He's just out. He's just such fast, physical, quick moves. And you can just see him outlasting all these other defenders. fakes the handoff, and then he's just got such a powerful arm. If we could like get this guy and train him, I think he could be great because he has a powerful arm and he's really fast. See, looky here, and then he fakes the run because they think he's gonna run. He's such a fast guy, but he just dots it up to his receiver. See him running here, and he's a little bit bigger guy, but like kind of like a Nico Markule. That's my comp. Nico Markule against Oklahoma State. My comp for him because Nico Markule versus Oklahoma State, he was very mobile and he also had very good throwing. Kind of has the size as Nico Markule also. So I think he's just a very good player. See him also dotting up the thing in the back of the end zone. So let's actually look at Nico Markule. See, so he's 6'2", 205, I'm thinking. So let's look up Nico Markule. So let's see. Okay, so he's not like Nico Markule is much bigger. Looks like. So 6'2" was right. So I was right about that part. 235, but he's 205. I'm pretty sure. But I think it's still a pretty good comp for him because I don't know. He must be a little bit more mobile. Just doesn't show that in the videos. And once we get him in camp, I think he'll boost his speed a lot more. Nico Markule's still fast for his size. Yeah, like that 2024 year. So thanks for watching, y'all. I had fun. Hope y'all enjoyed. Sorry that my camera cut out. I'm gonna start working on that this weekend just to get it fixed. Thank y'all for watching. If y'all enjoyed, just drop a like and share with your friend. If you...
Hockey is here. The Spinorama's here. Intensity coming in hot.
A phenomenal day. And let's cue them country roads. Let's go Mountaineers. See y'all later. Bye.